I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I'm ghetto. I'm ratchet for a minute. Hold on. Okay. 1 second. On my phone. Okay. What's up, love bugs? How y'all doing? That's great. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Today is Saturday, and we all know what that means. What you watching? Because I'm about to tell y'all what I'm watching. So, of course, I'm doing this on Friday. So, I'm going to start what I just watched. I'm going to start with that. Because I ain't writing no notes. Right? So, that would be Marriage Boot Camp. And this episode was, okay, Spencer and Heidi irritate my soul as normal. They had a 2-part where they saw what it would be like if they were to be in divorce court, and they had the lady from divorce court there. I don't remember her name. It was a real pretty lady with the short haircut. Anyway, she read some of them fulfilled, but and the second part was the last breath challenge, where they pretend one spouse is dead or seriously injured. Okay, so we're gonna go through everybody. The first person they had up for divorce court was Natalie Nunn and her arena husband. And she basically went up there with the bad girl, whole persona situation. Like, she a bad bitch. Nobody can replace her. She can't be replaced. Obviously, Miss Natalie, guess what? That song that Beyonce wrote, that can go for you too. You're not irreplaceable. Okay? You can't be replaced. If you give a little bit room, guess what? Somebody will come up in there and sweep and take your man. Mark my words. Especially the way you talk to him, like complete and utter shit. At this point, we all know now, or some of us know now, that Natalie is now pregnant. So this whole situation of divorce was kind of pointless, except when she told Natalie the reason why she's so loud and aggressive is because she is full of fear. And here Natalie, I'm gonna jump over this thing and slap her in the face. She ain't run across the right one yet. That's her problem. She keep talking about how she gonna get leaped and get punched right in the face. She keep playing with people. So, what else? She told her that, and she told him that he basically needs to grow some balls or hit puberty and let his balls drop, because he let Natalie do and say whatever the fuck she wants. So that was it for them. Then the next people that came up was Heidi and Spencer. He's so immature too, it's not funny. You can't even talk to him because he is literally a fucking child. You can't have no adult communication with him. She want to have a child. This dude ain't got no fucking job. So I think you need to scale back on that. I don't think I need to be having children at this point. So after that, Selena and her husband Kiwan, I didn't know that he was a retired basketball player. So my question to him is, why you not doing something sports related, like analyst or something? You could be, hell, retired players, professional players have a better job of getting another job after retirement than the damn military. So I'm like, him not working is bananas to me. Her whole thing is that she's barely home because she's always working to make sure that they're financially stable. So with that comes her not being home as often. So in their case, the judge would give her kids to her husband, and she was like, if you're gonna take my kids from me, you might as well shoot me now. Just shoot me, because I don't need to live no more. So that was real sad, because she started crying and she was like, why didn't you defend me in court, and blah blah blah. And everybody else is pretty much blah. And when the second part of it came, when the scenario was that you and your spouse got into this heated argument, your spouse ran out, and y'all continued your argument over text. Everybody does this. You argue over text messages while you're driving. Some of us don't wait to stop lights and stop signs to read stuff. We try to read and drive because we're so mad. And the scenario was that your spouse crashed. So I'm going to just give y'all the gist. Natalie cried, which I was shocked, but I didn't believe her afterwards, talking about how she was going to change and if she would leave the money and all the fame behind. I don't believe that. Trials and tribulations. I think she's lying about that. What else happened? Of course, Kiwan and Selena, they both cried. I believe them. The chick from Real Housewives and her husband was so disconnected from each other that it was ridiculous. I was like, okay, they sound like robots. And the guy from the couple from Survivor, he just said whatever he felt like she needed to hear, and all was forgiven. She's just one of those people. Anytime somebody tells you, women, anytime a man tells you that he can never love you more than you love him, that is somebody you need to drop. Because I was always told that you should allow or have a man should always love you a little bit more than you love him. That's what I was told. So that's what I'm going with. Because guess what? I've loved dudes more than they loved me, and I'm single. So, who else? Oh, and Spencer made a straight and utter fool out of this whole drill, because he was like, oh my god, he was basically pissing on the whole situation. So they need to put his ass out, because I'm a cuss every time I see his ugly troll face ass on the screen, and every time I see Heidi pitiful ass. You 28 and you talking about I need to have kids in 2 years. With who? With who? Because I think that dude would go and get a vasectomy to make sure you ain't got no damn kids. Girl, bye for you. Because I'm not buying it at all. So that was all for that show. Real Housewives of Atlanta. Only thing, the whole time I watched this episode, all I could think about was Tarzan. And every time I heard something, I was like, watch out for that tree. Because they was throwing so much fucking shade. So I'm like, girl, bye. I cannot. In this world, I cannot. So we're going to start with Claudia feet. Jesus. Okay. I'm not going to sit up here and say I got the most beautifulest feet in the world. Not about to do that. I ain't got no ugly feet. I ain't got them feet. I ain't got them foots at all, boo. Because that was And Kenya is not your friend, boo. I got a question. Is it just me, or does everybody say, well, I've known such and such for over 10 years? Why is 10 the magic number? Because I thought 3 was. Or was it 8? I know it wasn't 10. But everybody been friends for over 10 years. It seemed like if you've been friends for 10 years, you get a pass on shit. And to me, it does not look like Claudia and Kenya have known each other for 10 years. Lies, garbage, and complete utter trash. That's what I'm gonna say about that. But her feet, I can't. And baby, I can't. I can't. I, okay, I'm done. I can't. My stomach can't take it. So then, Kenya. Wait a second, girl. Oh, Candy and Demetria. I remember that name, y'all. I got it as D in this phone. But Candy and Demetria met up, and Candy was basically, apologizing for her rude ass fucking guest for putting her out like that, because that was so not what was supposed to happen. Girl, bye. Candy, you cannot tell me that that is your friend and you did not know that she dated Roger Bob. You can't tell me that, ma'am. No. No, you can't. Even you may not have met him or you may not have seen them together, but I'm pretty dang darn sure that she has mentioned him once, twice, or maybe 3 times. So she apologized to her about that, and then Demetria tried to just slide her little way into the whole, I think we should work together. And Candy was like, nah, fish basket, that can't happen. I got burned by one wig fish. I can't get burned by another. No, I don't do business with friends anymore. So they dropped that whole situation. So then, girl, then we get Cynthia and can someone explain to me what the hell Kenya actually does? What the fuck does she need? Why do you need an assistant? You know why I know why she needed an assistant. I figured it out. Cause the bitch ain't got no fucking friends. Dusty asshole. I can't stand her funky booty ass. And you don't do nothing. You do nothing to warrant not only one assistant, but 2, bitch? 2? Yeah, she thirsty for friends, y'all. She don't need an assistant. That bitch need a fucking friend. Phone a friend for her, please. Get a friend for that hoe, because she need a friend. Then, I'm going in order in which this was received. And then, and I notice every time that Cynthia and Kenya are together, they always talking about Nene. Nene don't never need to be on another fucking scene, because you know why? Y'all bring her up. Y'all bring her up. She don't need to be on nobody's scene. She don't need to be on. She don't need to be... She could just get her money by y'all saying her damn name. I'ma be honest with you. Y'all just... Why are you so butt fucked over? What? Why? 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 Just answer me. Why? Why? I don't understand why y'all talk about Nene the same way I don't understand why Kenya need a fucking assistant or 2. Y'all so butthurt over Nene, and Nene ain't paying y'all hoes no fucking mind. She doing exactly what she's supposed to do. Have y'all bitches talk about her when she not even on the scene. I have y'all bitches talk about me too. Nene and Phaedra and girl, why? Nene goes and meets with Nene, Phaedra, and what's that girl name? D. They go and they meet with her at the studio. I always thought that she sounds really good. I don't, because I'm so used to seeing her in Tyler Perry productions. I never thought of her as being a quote unquote R&B singer. I can see her doing gospel. I can see her doing that. So the shade begins. Watch out for that tree. That's it. It starts now. So she's talking to Phaedra and Nene about her doing music, and I agree with Phaedra. Boo boo, you are not young enough to keep up with the Ariana Grandes and the Miley Cyruses. Fuck. Look, Beyonce got to do extra shit to keep up with them, and it's not necessary. But hey, when you get people talking about you, you stay relevant. Point blank, period. And I understood what Phaedra was saying. It came out bad, but I understood what she was saying. Boo, your time has passed. The good thing about gospel music is that you ain't gotta be in your 20s to be a success. Hell, that is like the only genre that I know of that would be more accepting of older people getting into the game. The only genre that I know of that would be okay with that. So I mean, and that's let's be real, that's where her connects are. Tyler Perry know almost any and everybody. I'm pretty sure he knows Mary Mary. I'm pretty sure he knows Donnie McClurkin. I'm pretty sure he knows the Clark sisters. Anybody. I'm just like, stop it, girls. Stop it. But I understood. And when they were talking about Roger Bob, I don't even know who bought Roger Bob up. I don't even fucking care. But again, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I agreed with Phaedra. How long do you have to wait before a man proposes to you? I said this in my last video. Hey, a man knows, and it doesn't take him 8 years to figure out if he wants to be with you for the rest of his life. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. So I get what Phaedra was saying. But it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And honestly, y'all, I think that Phaedra should have really set out this season. I really do. I really think she should have set out. Only because she's going through so much and everything she says come off so nasty. Funny, but nasty. It makes her not likable this season. And I don't know if that's what they were trying to do, but she's not very likable this season. I don't have a problem with her because I understand. And, you know, you're going through shit. Shit happens. And not saying that people need to be more understanding of your tree throwing, but I understand where it's coming from. And Nene don't make this shit no better because she kikis and, oh, Phaedra, is that shade? Oh my God. That, you know, she playing it up because she's trying not to be the villain this season. Nene's trying not to be the villain this season, but she's coming off as catty and bitter as fuck. But who knows why? For what reason there. So after that, they all get on the plane. Get on the plane. Get on the plane. Get on the plane. So it's Candy? Yeah. It's Candy, Portia, and Dee. They all ride together. They get there first. And they're talking about the rooms and stuff. And Candy and Phaedra flip for the second best room, and Candy loses. I mean, Candy, you short. Do you really need a big room? And you're there by yourself. I'm just saying. Disclosure. Bitches, if you are going on a trip that you did not have to pay for, it is free $99. Why, oh come hell, are y'all complaining about the fucking rooms? What did you pay for? What did you pay for? Oh, wait. Nothing, bitch. You paid for nothing. Sit the fuck down, sip you something, and calm your fucking nerves. Ugh. But anyway, they all sit down. Candy, Portia, and Dee sit down, and they're talking, and she's basically saying how she met up with Nene and Phaedra, and how she felt like Phaedra was throwing her shade, and basically Captain said the whole Candy is trying to sit up there and defend her friend. I understand you. She's trying to defend her. So she said, nah, that's not her, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is my thing. She knows what's going on in Phaedra's life because we all know what's going on in Phaedra's life. So it's not a big fucking secret. So for me to have to sit up here and really dig deep into her feelings and how she's dealing with things for you to understand, look, some things are not shade. It may be shady, but don't take it to heart. Point blank, period. I know some of us would be like, bitch, you tried it. Because I would have said something right then and there. I wouldn't have waited until I paid for your fucking trip and then try to check you in the front. I'll get to that. So she goes and Portia was like, yeah, she throws her little shade, and then if you throw it back, she'll leave it alone. But if not, she's going to keep throwing and throwing and throwing. Okay, that made her sound like a bully. So that wasn't a very good idea to say. But I understand what she was saying. She's playful. But at this point in time, this is not a time to play with her, because at the table, I'll get to it. So then the thirsty crew comes in, and that's Claudia, Cynthia, and Kenya. These are the hoes that ain't got no friends. These are the friendless hoes. That's what I'm gonna call them, outside of the thirsty crew, because all three of them hoes is straight up thirsty, and they all drinking from the same dry ass well, which is each other. So again, they're sitting in the they come to Puerto Rico together. Of course, who's the topic of discussion? Nene. Again, Nene ain't even been on a damn scene yet, and we done heard Nene name just as many times as we heard Roger fucking Bob's name. If you don't like a bitch, don't be bothered with a bitch, and don't talk about her. Why? Because the bitch don't exist. Can we try that for once? Bitch will never get her money up on me saying her fucking name. It's just not gonna happen. Try again. Restart. So once they get there, Dee meets them in the office. What the fuck is this? The office, to show the girls their rooms. And again, this is my problem with Dee. And this is what I would say to any girl or any female. I don't do groups of females like that, so I'm good on this. But if you are a newcomer in a group of women that have been in a group for some time now, to where they had enough time to beef, squash, beef again, and squash again, and certain things have gone on in that circle, I need you to not talk about other people in the circle to those people. I need you to bring it to the person that you're having the problem with. Why? Because you got thirsty, lurking bitches like Kenya waiting for somebody to say something about Phaedra so she can do her woes and woos and whys. And my thing with that whole situation was, yeah, she sat up there and she was like, well, she said one right thing. It was the smartest thing she said this whole damn episode. If you have a problem with someone, bring it to them. Talk to them about it. I agree. Completely agree. But bitch, let me tell you something. If you have a problem with me, don't bring it up in front of a whole bunch of people, because I will shut you all the way the fuck down, and I will make you look so fucking stupid, because guess what? It could have been a lot easier if you'd have just brought me to the side to talk to me about it. But I'll get back to it. Thirsty crew. D, this was your fuck up of this whole thing. You talking to the thirsty crew that had problems with Miss Phaedra. Okay? Bring it to that person, and that shit makes me crazy. Don't sit up there and talk to me about, oh, I need to talk to you, but I'm gonna talk to, don't make it no public, don't make it no scene, bitch, because I can make a scene. It will be a very good one, but it'll look bad on who? You. It'll look all the way bad on you. So she shows them their room, and they're like, oh my god, blah, 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 trying to be all fucking grateful, knowing I know there is a side shush or some trees being thrown while she wasn't in the area. So here comes Faye and Nene, and they're throwing shade, and they're talking about how Dee, it's not like she's playing at the Garden or these big fancy places or these big arenas. Well, I'm like, bitch, she just started. I mean, she coming from TV, and she's also been doing plays. I don't think she's gonna have the Garden. Hell, half of y'all didn't even know who the fuck she was. I knew who she was because I watched Tyler Perry plays, and I watched, House of Pain. But most of y'all didn't even know who she was. So calm down, Phaedra. Pump your brakes and your breast milk if you need to, but I need you to sit down, because now it's getting to the point where I'm like, Jesus, for God, help me. Why? So they get there and they meet. They go to Dee's room where she's getting dolled, darling. She's getting dolled up for dinner. Okay, so they go in, they hug, hey, how you doing? And watch out for that tree. Phaedra said, oh my god, oh, you got it right this time. And Dee Stylist was like, what you mean this time? That was like, because that shit she had on last week was fucking questionable. Tree. There's some oak trees out this bitch. There's straight oak trees out on this damn episode. So he threw Phaedra shade after she left. I think it would have been a little bit more funny if he would have did it while she was there, but hey, who am I? Who am I? So then she goes and she shows Nene and Faye their room. And girl, Nene said, oh, this is cute and small. I can make do with anything, honey. I'm like, girl, free, bitch. It was free. Stop it. Cut it out. Put your ass in time. You know what? You don't come to dinner tonight, bitch. You stay in your room. I'm sick of you. I'm as sick of you. Go sit down. So after they get dolled up, honey, Faye and Nene goes finds Miss Portia with all her glory and her girls out and stuff, and all her hair, all her Diana Ross hair. And they're talking to her, and they're talking about how her room is big, blah, blah, blah. I guess your room, it makes your room bigger when you got a balcony. I don't know. So they all get dressed, and here comes the dinner. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. Everybody came to that table with a bag full of oak fucking trees. Why? I don't even know how they filmed this whole little segment, because there shouldn't have been no damn light. All the fucking shade these hoes destroying. It was ridiculous. Why? Why, Jesus? Why? So I thought it was real rude that Nene Phaedra, I don't see, this is my thing. I don't remember if Candy and Portia came with those two, or if they were already sitting at the table. I don't remember. See how much I care. See how much I care. So anyway, they all sit down. They do this fake cheers toast because they're trying to get D on their team, the thirsty crew, trying to get D on their team because they need another one because them hoes thirsty. Them hoes is some dry. Get them some water. Lead them to the water. But they do this little fake little situation. Cheers, salute, whatever. Then as they're doing that, this is the shade from them. Why wouldn't you wait until everybody's at the table to do the whole cheers thing? Why would you do it when it's just y'all? Shade? Much? Anyway, so they come down and they say hey to everybody, but I guess because they didn't do a hey girl, hey, how you doing, kiss, all this other time foolery, they felt some type of way. I think they should have acknowledged, if they didn't acknowledge nobody else, I think they should have acknowledged their host, which is D. That was rude, but we dealing with a bunch of rude old bitches, so whatever. So they sit down and Nene's doing this complicated drink order that's just a splash of soda and a squeeze of lemon. Bitch, go sit the fuck down. You drink vodka out the fucking bottles. Stop. That's what I want you to do. Stop. So then here comes Shady Tree from Kenya talking about, so they're gonna drink what she's drinking, or they all gonna order a blind wig too. Bitch, you just mad because you're not in the fucking crew. That's your problem. You mad because the two people that you hate the most are cool, and you can't penetrate that circle because neither one of them motherfuckers will ever be friends with you. They don't like you, and you know it. But you want to make it seem like it's because you're pretty. Bitch, you're ugly. You know why you're ugly? Because your attitude is ugly. Your personality is ugly. Your inside is fucking ugly. Okay? That's why you're not pretty. At least you're not pretty to me. Your body bad, but your face is hit. Anyway, so can you tell XD? So you're having your sound check, and she's doing her little itinerary, and I don't even know what was said. I don't even know if Phaedra was talking about or to them, but they made it seem like whatever Phaedra said, it was directed toward D. Editing, bullshittery, fuckery, duckery, doc. So that makes D feel like she wants to confront Miss Phaedra. And I was like, Portia, you gonna just do this at the table? Oh, alright. Do you have fun with that shit? So she goes in and she tells Phaedra how she don't like the fact that she went on her about her age and about her relationship and asked her was she on crack. Okay. Press pause. So Phaedra, now you know good and damn well that girl ain't never been on crack. And I understood your point of view. Now, I know just like in Jamie Foxx and Ray, I know he didn't do the crack, but he may have talked to that person and figured out how crackheads work. They ain't gotta physically do the drug, okay, Phaedra? You're not that stupid. That you say you're smart way too much for you to be that stupid. And about Roger Bob, nobody brought up Roger Bob but her. She brings up Roger Bob. So whatever. But you came at Phaedra, but you didn't come at Nene because Nene was the one that was trying to tell you should have stayed so you could have got all the juice and got all your feelings extra hurt and then brought it home to him so you could get your feelings hurt again without us seeing it. But you came at Phaedra. Then you're gonna tell Phaedra, well, about y'all ages that you're younger than her. Okay, Miss D, hold on. Phaedra may be 3 years older than you. And the difference between you and her is she ain't trying to be no fucking pop star. Okay? She ain't trying to be no pop star. So stop that. I understand where you was going. The shade was being thrown. You figured you was butthurt over it, so you needed to come at her because Miss Kenya fucking thirsty ass Moore was in your ear trying to tell you something about what Phaedra did her. And my thing about that is you sat up there and told her how you was hurt about what Phaedra did you, but did you tell her what you did to Phaedra? Thirsty hoe. Moving on. So they go back and forth. She tells Phaedra, the only thing that we have in common is the number 8. Yours is leaving for 8 and mine has been here for 8. Bitch, been here for 8. I need you to be a little bit more clear about that. Because you said y'all was off and on. So I need you to be all the way off or all the way on. Okay? You can't count that time that you off toward that 8. At least that's what I was told. You can't you can't do that. No ma'am. Press pause on you. That don't work like that. So they throw their little shade, blah blah blah. Then here comes Liquid Courage Cynthia talking about, well, if you didn't mean it like that, you should just apologize. First of all, I'm the type of person, I don't say shit that I don't mean. So I rarely apologize unless I'm forced to say something because you didn't allow me to walk away. That's the only time I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to apologize for you standing in my face and yipping and yapping in my face. Now, I don't think she apologized. She apologized for how it came off. She didn't apologize for what she said. Hey, do you, boo. You better than me. Because I would have said, oh, that's how you felt. That's not how I meant. I wouldn't have said I'm sorry. I wouldn't have said I apologize. I would have said, that's not what I meant. But if you took it that way, my bad. Because that's the Aries in me. I don't say shit I don't mean. Point blank, period, point, just dry. Dry like Kenya's feet dry. Just dry. Okay. So she apologized and she said what I would have said. Don't invite me no more nowhere else. Hell, matter of fact, I wouldn't have stayed for the rest of the fucking thing. I would have left after I read into her ass at that damn table. Don't book me or call yourself trying to book me in front of a bunch of people. Especially them hoes down there that don't like me and always got shit to say about me. But you would know that if you spent a little bit more time in that circle, you would have known what was going on, or at least ask some fucking questions. But you walking around here looking like a fucking duck, because seems like you ain't got no fucking friends either. Anyway, so then here comes Nene, which was, she was like, well, you don't have nothing to say. If you're going to talk to one, you need to talk to both of them. I agree. Don't just talk if you're going to defend one, you have to understand the other side. This is why I don't talk about shit that ain't got nothing to do with me. First of all, neither one of y'all hoes are my friends, so I ain't got to diffuse shit. I'm going to let y'all work that shit out on your own. Boop. That's what I'm going to say about that. And here comes Claudia. And I understood what she was saying about the whole being catty, bitchy, and rude. I agree. I completely agree. But at the same time, I'm like, these two arguing ain't got nothing to do with me. So I'm going to sit up here and have my side conversation with somebody that I am talking to, and I'm minding my business this way. But you felt some type of way because you was sitting next to Big Bag Kenya. You can let Kenya keep bucking your head up and you get your ass whooped. That's all I'm saying. Because guess what? You better ask what happened to fucking Kenya. She got her ass drugged. And Portia better than me because I would have did more than drug her ass. But, they argue back and forth. She said that nobody wants Greg and blah, blah, blah. She said something. Oh, she said when she told Nene the funniest thing she said, but I don't think she said these things. I think someone told her to say these things because they wasn't coming off with, conviction to me. To me, it just wasn't coming up with conviction. So she was like, yeah, when you were my age, you had edges. I keyed. It was funny. Excuse me. It was funny. But when Nene said, bitch, you done fuck so much your clit have left your body? I went, I died. Y'all say that? I died. I'm gonna die again. I went, I just completely and utterly died. I was like, Nene, you better stop right now. Because I don't even know if that can happen for real. But if it is, I'm like, well, shit. What did she do so I don't do that? Because a nigga need that. Nigga need that. Don't ever leave me. Don't you ever leave me. So that was the Real Housewives, guys. I was not going to say nothing about this stupid ass Love and Hip Hop. But the only thing I really have to say about Love and Hip Hop, I'm sorry, y'all. The only thing I really, okay, this is what I'm saying about Love and Hip Hop. I'm only going to talk about one thing because it's the only thing that matters. So, Tara, whatever her name is, so they go on this trip. Everybody else is irrelevant at this point because I'm going to go in on her, and this is going to be the last time I talk about Love and Hip Hop. I have no intentions on doing full reviews of this show because I'm entirely too smart. So, they go on this trip. They in the water, blah, blah, blah. And Amina at the house putting together cribs and shit and fixing up the damn room for the baby. I'm like, girl, why? I'd had another nigga up in there helping me, but that's just me. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you, bitch. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. So they up in there frolicking in the water or whatnot. Meat and potatoes of the whole situation. This nigga calls his girl and lies to her. Lies to her. Like, literally. But she's stupid for believing it. Because, bitch, you couldn't tell me if, first of all, Peter Guns could never be my own man. But if that nigga was my own man, there ain't no way you could tell me that anybody is letting him promote their product. And I'm going to believe it? No. I don't believe you, sir. Sir, I don't believe you. It doesn't exist. I think you're lying. My spirit is telling me that you're lying to me right now. So he hangs up with her after telling this bogus, bald-faced, juicy, crusty-ass lie. And then they sit down and they have dinner. The boys asleep, whatever. He wants to do this romantic fucking dinner with Tiara. And she's sitting up there eating this shit up. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, do you miss me? I'm like, bitch, I see you. What the fuck I need to miss you for? You in my face. Nigga, what? I know I said I was going to try to stop you saying that. And I said it like 55 times. And I'm not done. So, she goes in on him, right? This would have been so much more believable and had so much more effect if the shit came 12 years ago. 12. But because it didn't, it fell on deaf ears with me. Because why you couldn't have this conversation in New York? Why you had to go with somebody else's husband to a fucking island to have this conversation? That shit don't make no sense to me. Nobody will be ever be able to make that clear to me, that you had to go all the way to a fucking island to have this conversation with Peter. You can have several fucking seats. Die. Okay? Just die. Because that shit don't make no fucking sense. You could have read him for filth at that table when his pregnant wife caught him eating dinner or lunch with you and your children. You could have read that motherfucker right there and told him the same fucking thing. But no, bitch. You wanted to have this time to show Amina that at any point in time, you can have Peter Guns. But you know what? You a dusty, trifling, irregardless motherfucking bitch for that. Just because you can do it, that don't mean you should do it. And guess what? You just be a long fucking time and on this earth before you find happiness. And guess what? When you do find it, it's going to shatter in your face. And I said the same thing to Peter Guns, because not only did he lie to her on the phone, but then he gets back to the States and she's having a baby, and he sit up there and basically told her, well, I talked to Tara. She don't want me, so I choose you. Bitch, you can go. You can go ASAP Rocky. You can go now. You don't choose me because another bitch dropped you. Die. Excuse me, bartender. 2 shots of bleach for this motherfucker, because he got me fucked up. Point blank, period, die. That's all I'm going to say about Love and Hip Hop, because I can't with them. I mean, it's just not believable. It's not. I can't. So what else I watched? Whom else did I watch? Okay. I think the last thing is Empire. I think it is. Oops, hold on. Hold up, wait a minute, then put pimping in. Oh, My Wives. I'm a reread. Okay, so My Wives came on, guys. I told you I was going. That was my last thing I'm going to say about what them people is, Love and Hip Hop. I'm not gonna. I can't. It's hard for me to review Empire. It really is, because it's so dramatic that I can only touch on certain things. So I don't think I'm gonna do a full review of that either. But My Wives. Okay. So so Karen meets up with, I'm gonna just touch on certain parts. Karen meets up with Storm. He apologizes for her being dramatic and overly dramatic. So they're over it. And she's making idle threats. Bitch, bye. Because you don't want to go to jail again, so you ain't going to kill no fucking body, bitch. Go sit the fuck down. So then, the whole thing of this show was Renee and Ange. But before that, they were trying to get to the bottom of this whole Natalie thing. And I knew this. I really did. I knew that the reason why she called the police, her life had to be in danger for whatever reason. And that's what it was. She called the police because her dude was getting physical with her. And she not about that, that domestic violence shit. So she was like, she feared for her life due to her dude beating up on her. So she called. So Ange and Drita was like, okay, that'll be the only reason we'll be okay with you calling the cops, because they don't like cop callers. They don't like cop callers and rats and whores. Okay. So then they cut to Drita is doing grocery shopping, or not really what she wanted to do. But then she gets a call and says that her promotion for her pictures for her makeup studio and stuff are in, and they wanted to throw her launch party. So she was like, okay, cool. And they said the new Natalie was going to be there, and was like, oh shit. So because the other Natalie that was there that modeled for her was coming, she didn't invite the other Natalie, which I thought was smart. Smartest shit I've seen on reality TV. But that was cool. Who needed that? So again, this other Natalie was, basically doing what they do, spray rumors about each other and calling each other a rat. That's like worse than calling each other a bitch. So then after all that happened, they meet up. Ange goes and meet up with Karen because Renee's son was playing basketball and tore his ACL. This bitch running around here like he is paralyzed. Nigga, he's not. He's not gonna die. He's still alive. Your ass needs some fucking medicine. Can someone pass the reefer to this bitch to calm her down? Cause she is like 0 to 100 real quick. And I'm like, why? Why? For what reason, ma'am? For what reason? So she's all, oh my God, I'm just so stressed because, you know, he's ratting on people, he's taking people down and all this stuff. Now she was so concerned about her son being in the hospital, but when she sees Ange, she's sitting up here talking about, so you're just gonna believe Natalie messy ass rat ass over me and blah blah blah. And I'm like, Ange, I'm like, bitch, you worrying about the wrong fucking thing. Worry about your son. He ain't gonna die from a torn ACL. But that's what you need to be worrying about. Don't worry about what our beef is. Don't worry, because guess what? Like Ange said, that's your fight, not mine. I don't have no beef with her. That's y'all fight. So it is what it is. Well, she's gonna go out and she's gonna put all your business out in the street. Ange said, what business? I ain't hiding nothing. What's she gonna tell somebody? I ain't hiding shit. Let her tell it. Tell it. Tell it on the damn mountain. Go ahead. Tell it. Tell it. So, after that whole ordeal, they skipped to Ange going to her cousin's trial because Renee's husband ratted on him. So, she goes in, she comes out. This dude got 38 years. And he's 40 something. He's basically going to die in prison. And I'm like, holy moly donut shop. That's crazy. That I can't. I probably would have been pissed too. And I would have been hot, pissed, and mad. All that. I would have been all that. So she calls Drita, tells Drita. Drita's like, oh my fucking God, I can't believe this, blah, blah, blah. So she was like, I can't talk about it no more. I'm going to throw up. Next thing you know, they're going to Drita's party. They all sitting up there, you know, talking, and the Natalie chick comes up. Drita introduces everybody to her, and of course, here come Renee. She got something to say about the other Natalie, and this chick's sitting up here bad mouthing her. I'm like, oh my God, I can't take it. So after that, then the other Natalie has a party because she moves to New York. So her friend comes with all the tea in the form of some paper and have everything that the other Natalie has done on paper. Meaning criminal, her calling the cops, her doing all this shit that she's saying that this Natalie was doing. Natalie G was doing. I think her last name was G. Natalie D was talking about she was doing. So I was like, okay, now she got ammo, I think. So then after all of that, we go out. And I think this happened at the party. No, I don't think it happened at the party. I don't know. But either way it go, Renee and Big Ange gets into it. My thing is, I wouldn't fuck with nobody named Big Ange. I'm just saying. And when I saw her, I would have been like, we're going to be friends. Not because I'm scared, but bitch, you big. I would have to pick up too much stuff to beat you with. So, yeah. I would rather you be my friend than us to be enemies. Nah, Black. We good. I love you, though. I love you. I love you, Ange. So, Ange was already feeling some type of way. So, when Renee brings up the reason why I don't mess with her is because when we were last year, when I was doing drugs, she ratted me out, but what she did say is that we was doing drugs together. Your DNA is on the 20, bitch. I was like, DNA is on the 20. So then here she comes in her little confessional thing like, yeah, you fucking jerk off talking about Ange. When you snort stuff in your nose, your DNA is, you have DNA in your nose. I'm like, this bitch is crazy. I can't deal with you right now. So, Ange felt some type of way. She was like, you're always talking about people are red, but it seems like you're a red like that. So, you know, saying you're a red is like slapping bitches in the face with dicks or something. I don't know. She just turned, her eyes got big, her nose started flaring up, and she was like, do you know what a fucking rat is? And Anne said, yeah, you're fucking married. What? So Ange asked shit. Ange get up. I'm standing on top of a fucking table, bitch. You is not catching me slipping hole. No, bitch, you're not. You're not gonna do it. Angel's throwing punches. So next week should be awfully entertaining because it's gonna pick up the same place. So before I end this video, y'all, we're gonna say one more thing, and that's about Empire. It's awesome, 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 awesome sauce. Awesome, 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 awesome sauce. Woo! I wish it would have came on Thursdays because Scandal's not on, but it's about to come back on, so maybe that's why they didn't do it. So, because my Wednesdays is packed, baby. Lord. Too much stuff come on Wednesdays. Matter of fact, I still gotta watch Criminal Minds. I'm sorry. I went that way. So anyway, cookie. When I tell you I love me some Taraji. I love me some Taraji here. Because she gives me everything on a Wednesday. You hear me? Because she be going up on a Wednesday. Telling y'all. This episode was cool. Let me tell y'all something just straight up. I'm going to say this and I'm going to be done. Every time Cookie say the word bitch, and when she called her son boyfriend Dora, I cannot deal. I can't. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Love you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can just take a little screenshot. If you're on Instagram, follow me. I'll follow you back. You can tag me in it, and I'll be like, yeah. But until next time, I'm going to do the best friend tag on tomorrow with my best friend. So that will be up sometime next week, maybe on Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, I'm not sure. But when I figure it out, I'll let you guys know. So until next time, people, love your love butts.